Hello dear traders, I'm Anna Kasarkina. You're watching the latest combined review of Forex and stocks markets from InstaForexs. On Friday, ahead of the cheerless economic US data, the greenback paired with the euro attempted to rebound from the high for nearly 2 years. So the new figures indicated that the American economy is recovering at a slow pace. Durable goods orders increased by 3.7% in September. However, a more precise index excluding transportation sagged by 0.1%. At the same time, the University of Michigan and Thomson Reuters reported that the final reading of the consumer confidence in October equaled 73.2 points versus 75.2 points previously. In September, the index stood at 77.5 points. The single European currency hit its intraday high of $1.38.32 on Friday, which is the highest reading since November of 2011. Anyway, later it came to cost $1.38.02. Versus its American rival, the euro gained 0.9% by the end of the week and 2.1% since early October. The single currency rallied even despite the news that Germany's IFO Business Climate Index suddenly sank. And yet the growth of the euro over the level of $1.38 raised investors' concerns about potential toughening of the ECB policy as well as overboughtness. This week, the Federal Open Market Committee is to hold a meeting. Economists do not expect any surprises, believing that the current conditions will remain the same. It should be said that delays in bond buying tapering will deteriorate the mood of bulls and fuel speculations. The pound rally at the beginning of the trading session was short-lived, and eventually the British currency plummeted to the level of $1.61.73, which is very close to Thursday's level. The pound strengthened in the morning on the news that the British economy expanded in the period from July to September at the fastest rate for over 3 years. So as compared to the previous 3 months, the UK GDP was up by 0.8% quarter-on-quarter and by 1.5% in relation to 2012. And now that we have reviewed the Forex trends, let's see what's happening on the stock market. The stock market was buoyed up by quarterly reports of Microsoft Corporation and Amazon.com. United Parcel Service Incorporated saw its securities close with a gain of 1.2% as its quarterly earnings beat the forecasts. The net income more than doubled to $1.1 billion, or $1.16 per share, against $469 million, or 48 cents per share last year. Third quarter revenue of the company went up by 3.4% to $13.52 billion. Analysts surveyed by Thomson Reuters had thought the earnings per share will be $1.15 and the profit will run to $13.6 billion. As for the shares of Amazon.com, they rose in price by 9.4% on the earnings report from the July to September period. The net loss constituted $41 million, or 9 cents per share. In the reporting period of the last year, the loss was $247 million, or 60 cents per share. Meanwhile, the revenue grew by 24%. On Thursday, ahead of the report, Amazon's shares closed up by 1.7% at $332.21. The stock edged up by over 32% since the start of the year, having hit an all-time closing high of $332.54 on Tuesday. You're watching the latest combined review of Forex and stocks markets. Thank you and see you next week. Bye.